Jumbo Rafiki Kenyans, Sai here again. Hope all is going well. Welcome to the For Hope Bike Mentorship Program. Currently, right now, the weather is cloudy and is going to be it's going to rain over here in the USA. The June month is very tropical, the later parts of June, so yeah. Hope all is going well. Hope you guys are doing fun with your activities. To those who are exploring the wonderful channel, hope you guys are doing well, and without further ado, let's begin. Today we're going to be discussing about the second part towards our Unit 1 bike care unit. Now, first up, before we begin, due to complications, Sean will not be able to come first today to present bike physics, so I'll be taking his place from here, for this part. So, without further ado, let's begin. We're going to talk about how to properly maintain your bike. Specifically, when it comes to maintaining your bike, there are specific considerations that you need to know. First off, cleanliness. You should consider wiping down and washing your bike to remove dirt or other debris so that way your bike can function properly. When it comes to adjusting your bike, try to adjust your bike components regularly, including the brakes, to make sure that they function properly. Keep in mind when you have the reasons why we have brakes in our bikes is to make sure that the biker has the ability to not only speed up with the bike by pushing the pedals, but also trying to slow down the bike, and especially when you're basically biking on ongoing traffic. For safety checks, make sure your lights, wheels, and tires are fixed so that way you're essentially safe on the road and on the sidewalk as well. Other maintenances include replacing worn out parts so that way the structural integrity of the bike is also maintained. That includes sprockets and chains to make sure things are not rusty, things are not worn out, so that way you can stay safe while biking. For more, let's take a look at the site. So attached, I also have a site that you guys can take a look at. In this site, we have stuff that is called bike maintenance basics. What are the basics behind maintaining your bike? Now, this site includes pretty much how to inspect your bike before biking. It gives you a lot of information to talk about, including certain checks that you can do, certain like letters, an acronym, air brakes, chains, the ABC acronym. And they also give you some good considerations in terms of PSI. We'll talk about that a bit later, what PSI is. That's in terms of like air physics, etc. And we also have, lubrication, basic supplies when it comes to cleaning your bike, taking care of it, etc. This is a very good site. I'm going to put that on the link below so you guys can take a look at that during your free time. Also, I have a YouTube video, not a channel. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Shout out to these sites. These sites really help when it comes to making these videos as well. In terms of this site, this is this YouTube video. This YouTube video goes much in general. So it's basically how to basic bike maintenance for everyone. I'll put the link on that as well. Shout out to Bike Shop Pro for doing this. But yeah, this is
A for air.
it teaches us a lot about certain bike acronyms when it comes to taking care of your bike, and furthermore, etc., etc. So now we're going to be discussing in terms of really bike physics, dynamos. Now, what's a bike in bike physics? What's dynamos? A dynamo, if you guys don't know in physics, it's a machine converting mechanical into electrical energy by rotating coils of copper wire into a magnetic field. And specifically for a dynamo in a bicycle, there's a small generator that's fitted into the bicycle, and that generator helps provide electricity and generates that electricity for the bikes to generate light, especially during at nighttime. Oh, that rhymes. Light night. Get it? Okay. That rhymes. Ooh, I should make a rap song. Hey, let me know if you guys want me to make a rap song. But in terms of this, there's a small generator that's fitted into the bicycle to provide electricity for the lights, especially at nighttime. The pros of that, it's dependable for night rides, it's less hassle and harder to steal. It's usable, you can charge it on the go, and it emits light. The cons of this is that it does add a little bit of weight to the bike, which means when you're pushing and pedaling, there is going to be some weight when you're biking as well. There is, unfortunately, because there's light that's being produced from the generator, you need human power to make sure that the generator is generating. And the hub dynamos require a new front wheel to be built. We'll talk about this con actually a little bit later in the process when we're talking about this entire video. So now we'll talk about, this is another flow chart that's also discussed. Give me 1 second, let me just check really quickly if there's a link. Yep, there's a link. Okay. So this link, it discusses more about really what a dynamo is. I'll give you guys a rundown of what this is. The author for this is Walter Seisenberger. This is German. You can see Industrie Spanner. I'm not sure if this is German. So let me know if this is German for those who are taking German. But essentially what we can see here is that this is a magnet and we have magnetic fields that are being presented at a specific orientation. All right, so it might be going a little bit complicated, but it's okay. So for those who are trying to understand, here this is a GeoGebra simulation that shows how essentially light is powered from a dynamo or a generator. A dynamo is a very fancy way of saying a generator. Here we can see that we have a magnetic field that's surrounded by the magnetic poles. There are certain coils, coppers and coils. I think this is a coil, I believe, right? It's a coil of copper, right? Yes, this is a coil of copper wire specifically. And at a specific orientation, the magnetic field, and at a specific time, it is going to power up this light bulb. 0, -1, and is -1, 0, and 1. This is essentially the power at the rate at which the magnet is powering up this light system, this light bulb. So this is pretty cool. I'm going to put this in the link as well. So yeah. Now let's talk about this. This is essentially a summary of really what a dynamo is. We've talked about a lot of these. I'm trying to keep this video a bit short. So here we have, the uses of dynamos. You can take a look. We talked about a lot of these except the hub dynamo. We'll talk about that. But this flowchart really summarizes really the dynamos. So just note that typically how a dynamo works for a bike, as you push the pedals, the wheel is going to start to rotate. In that front wheel, there's a permanent magnet that's also going to be rotating, meaning the magnetic field that's surrounding that magnet is going to change its orientation. And hence, if you gradually change the magnetic field, the electricity in the coils of wire that's in that front wheel is going to be generated, and hence light is going to be created. Electricity is going to be generated. And we can see that from the GeoGebra over here, of how, as time goes on, at a specific orientation, because, as we start, pushing the pedals of the bike, the magnetic field is going to change, and as a result, the coppers of coil is going to generate this light bulb at a specific orientation, that is. And electricity is going to be made, because a light bulb consists of light energy. So that's what I think you guys should keep in mind. Just keep this flowchart in mind when it comes to bike physics. Now, here's a very common question that a lot of people ask me. Now, here's the main question that people ask. Here's a very fun question. Initially, bikes uses dynamos to power their bikes, but nowadays they're very rare. They prefer a battery that can be charged externally. Now, why is it so, and does dynamo produces unlimited power? I wanted to provide this question for you guys just to give you guys a little bit of a above and beyond kind of question for you guys to discuss. So what do you guys think? Why is it so? Why do they prefer externally charged batteries? And does dynamo produce unlimited power? Pause the video. Well, I don't think I can pause the video here, but here's the answers to it. So why is it so? Why do batteries charged externally? It allows the riders to carry spare batteries on a long journey, so that way they don't have to store the batteries in the bikes and try to they don't have to put a lot of weight when it comes to biking. If they carry spare portable batteries and they're easily chargeable, they do not need to have direct access when removing the battery. When it comes to not having direct access, they have spare batteries, so that way when you're trying to remove the batteries, it's going to be easier for them to simply charge. And dynamo does not produce unlimited power, because electricity, there's a certain limit depending on how much power is essentially generated. So unlimited power, a human cannot do that kind of thing. So a human can produce a certain amount of power. In this case, dynamos, typically they range from 3 to 12 watts. And here's the front wheel that I was talking about, the hub dynamos. The hub dynamo is located over here in the front wheel. And we can see here that this is essentially where the light is being generated. As you can see, there's a little connection that occurs here. There's a little wire of some sort that's connected to power up the entire the bike. And the wire is actually going to the lamp, as shown. So now, guys, this is the final ending of this video. If you guys have any questions, hope you guys found this video entertaining. I know it was a bit short, but I hope it made sense as well. I'm going to try my best. We're going to try our best to make sure that these videos are a bit concise and also fun. Again, if you guys have any questions, feedbacks, upcoming lessons, please feel free to email us. You can also WhatsApp and direct message to me for those from Kenya. And when sending questions, related or off related, the question you have, send a picture associated with the diagram, and we will respond when we have the chance. Now, I'm going to try my joke for today. All right, here's a good joke that I think we should try out for today. All right, what is okay? Um, let's see. I can't think of one. I can't think of one, guys. I can't think of one. I can't think of one, guys. All right, but I will get another. I will get a good joke coming soon. All right, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, take care, guys, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. Take care, and hope to see you guys in the next video.